Let's get this thing off there. There we go. Hello friends. Today we're going to talk about chrome and how to draw chrome. First off, what is chrome? We can think about chrome as a mirror wrapped around an object. Now, in a mirror, it's flat. Everything that you see is 100% of what is in front of that mirror until there's a curve. And like chrome, we're wrapped around a part like this. It has many sides of reflection, and it's going to reflect whatever environment that is in. That includes colors, that includes lighting. And as you can see, not only do we have multiple surfaces, but we also have curvature. That's all going to skew the environment that it's around. If you're drawing chrome, it's important to know what you're drawing, the shape of that chrome object, and the environment that it's in. It's really important to study. You can do chrome, you can wing chrome, but I would say it's very important to study reference pics, or study chrome itself. Like go out and find a chrome bumper or hubcap or whatever and see what's within the reflective surface and study the colors. And really, there's no mystery in doing chrome. I have been doing this for quite a number of years, and within those years, people have asked me, how do you do chrome? What do you use? There's one end-all be-all solution to doing chrome, and that's just not the case. There is chrome paint that you can use that's kind of chrome, but that's kind of like downloading an AI app, plugging in a few pictures, and then calling yourself an artist. So we're gonna get into it. I'm going to do a couple examples that I've drawn out, and I'm going to break down the colors, the process, and just show you from there. And we're done. Just kidding. Here's a rough sketch of what we're going to be doing today, and as you can see, we're going to be doing a bumper. Pretty common to do bumpers when you're dealing with hot rod art and whatnot. But so dissecting the colors on this, and if you're studying a reference, this is important. And the light's kind of screwing with the colors a little bit, but that's okay. So, bumper, we can tell the shape, and you can really tell the shape here by the bumper guard, where you have this. But this also shows a shift in plane of the reflection. So, this is showing, well, let's see, let's zoom out. And as you see, it's showing this reflection of the road. And you can tell that because that's the direction where that part of the bumper is facing. And this dark part, that's actually showing the shadow underneath. If I can get this stupid thing to focus. There we go. And see, it's reflecting the shadow. So there's two different planes, and they're reflecting different parts of the road. And then you come up here, this is the transition from where it starts curving from underneath and over. And then you have it reflecting the skyline, but also part of that still reflecting the road. And then you have right here this thin white line, and you can see over here there's a little bit of black. That's your horizon, and that's important to understand when you're doing chrome. It's not, especially if you're doing like generic chrome work, and whatever you're drawing, you have like specific shapes, curvatures to the parts and whatnot, that anytime you're outside like this and you have a curvature, it's going to show what's going on underneath of it and then overhead. In between that is usually going to be your horizon. And also you have reflections right here, whatever. But we'll get into that as soon as we start doing our examples. Alright, before we start, we're going to do our color swatches on a scratch piece of paper. So, for the sky, I started out with indigo blue, a light layer, as you can see from my superior video camera skills. There we go, there's indigo blue. So we're doing a light layer of that and feather it out. Next is Blue Violet Lake. We'll overlay that on top of the indigo blue, again lightly, and then feather it out. Then True Blue, again layering over that and feather that out. And Slate Gray, again, same process. So once we have that, we'll take the lightest blue, which is Sky Blue Light, and then we'll blend all of these together, applying a good amount of pressure, and then lightly going over the darker parts, and then we have our swatch for the sky. And for the ground shades, I'll take the 20% French Gray, and we'll go from a medium and feather that out lightly. And next, the beige, again, layer over top of that. Medium, then feather it out. Then the grayed lavender, same process, medium, and then feather it out. And then finally, the gray green light. We'll do like the light blue, and we'll just use this to blend the colors together. And then using the 10% French Gray, we'll blend it even more, kind of darken that lighter part up. These colors are what I'd use for what we're going to do for the example, or at least what I see, you know. Some people might be different, but we're going to use these for the example. So a few other colors that I'd use for this is the warm gray, 50 up to 90%. Black, white, and a colorless blender. If you don't have one of these, get one, because they help smooth things out and blend colors together. Rarely I use them to blend colors together, but I just use it mostly just to smooth everything out and extend certain colors in certain areas. They really help out well. So starting out, I use the 20% French gray, and I just kind of lightly sketch out the horizon and some of the areas where the shadow will be picking up from the chrome. And also the reflection from the bumper guard. And once I have that, I will start laying down the base for the reflection from the road. And we'll work all over the bottom part of the bumper within our base lines. And for part of the bumper, it's picking up the reflection of the shadow off the ground. I did a base of indigo blue and then went over with 90% warm gray, and then over that with 70% warm gray to kind of blend it all in. Then with the grayed lavender, went over on the side of the bumper. This is the curvature of the bumper that's going up the side of the truck. Oh, don't forget to erase or partially erase some of your sketch lines. You don't want those showing up in the final drawing. So continuing the layer over for the road reflection with the beige. And then the grayed green light, kind of work that over. And you'll notice in the bumper on the reference that parts of it are darker than the others. It's not one solid color for the reflection, so we're just kind of working things over to give it the appearance of curvature. Then go over it finally with the 10% French gray to blend everything in. We can go back and go darker if we need to. So then for the skyline reflection, start out with the indigo blue lightly. And the front part of the bumper is going to be a little bit darker than the corner part, so we're going to work that first. And do the true blue for the side of the bumper. This is going to be the lighter shade of blue. And always color up to your highlight sections and leave plenty of space to blend that in. Go back over the front with the slate gray, layering over top of the indigo blue. And then that blue violet lake, go over that. We're just kind of adjusting to make it darker as needed. Remember, we can always darken up areas. So with the blue violet lake and the slate gray, we're going to darken up part of the areas on the side of the bumper, then blend it together with the sky blue light. As you notice, we leave some space for the sky blue light for the horizon line between the road and the sky reflection, as well as the front of the bumper. So now that we have the top and bottom portions of the bumper, we can add the horizon line with the 50% warm gray and then the 70% And we're going to do some grill reflections with the 70% gray and adding the headlight reflection. Then we can work on the highlight area with the sky blue light and white, so we can make that part really shine. I'm doing the bumper guard reflection with the 50% warm gray, the beige, the grayed lavender, and more gray, and the 20% French gray. We're just kind of layering everything, and then we'll start to add in the details into the reflections, kind of outline everything, looking back at the reference photo. Then adding the undershadow to the bottom part of the bumper. Obviously that's where the bumper curves up underneath the truck. And just adding more details to the bumper, just bringing it to life a little more. And we'll finish out the bumper guard and kind of make sense of everything that we've done so far. And as you can see, the lighting kind of makes everything look a little wonky, but here you go. So next we'll do this wheel and we're going to figure out our colors. And again, we'll do the color swatch like we did with the bumper. So we'll start with the sky colors. And the ground colors. For the sky, we'll do sky blue light, true blue, and blue violet lake. And for other parts of the wheel, use indigo blue. Pale sage, grade light green, grade lavender, 70% warm gray, 50% warm gray, 20% French gray, and white. This rose pink. So we'll do our color swatch for the sky with the true blue and layer over the blue violet lake. And then blend that together with the sky blue light. And that'll give us a color swatch for our sky colors on the wheel. For the ground reflections, we'll use 50% warm gray as our base. Then the 20% French gray layer over top of that. And the pale sage, layer over that a little bit towards the feathered section. And then sky blue light. And that'll give us a base for the ground reflective colors. So in the time lapse, you can see I'm working on the lower part of the wheel that's reflecting the skyline. And this is a step lip wheel, so parts of it's going to show the sky and the other parts are going to show the reflections within the wheel. That's if it's a spoked wheel, it's going to show the negative space in between the spokes, and on this it's going to show the reflection of the holes in the wheel itself. Then we can work the upper half. This is reflecting everything that's going on the ground. Here's the final result. As you can see, there's a lot of reflections going on within the wheel. And parts of the wheel is going to be reflecting itself within various other parts of the wheel, which can get kind of confusing. And again, you can see on the step lip, it's going to be reflecting the sky inside the wheel, the sky. Same with the upper part, it's going to be reflecting the ground and inside the wheel. And then all the highlights that are reflecting off like the lug nuts and the center caps. Wheels get pretty complex and confusing. So just breaking it down, taking your time, you'll be golden. And there we go. I know chrome can be pretty intimidating. It's very detailed. Yes, there's a lot going on. Yes, there can potentially be a lot of colors, but that's the thing. If I implore you to study chrome and really just break it down into colors. That's all it really is. And being as it's a reflective surface, whatever environment it's in, it's going to have a full range of colors. You can have simplified colors, you know, it just really depends. And it really depends on what you're doing. If you're doing commissioned art based off of a photo reference, if you're just winging chrome, either way, me personally, I would study just chrome pictures, chrome out in the wild, so to speak, and just really break it down into colors. It probably sounds dumb to say, but I think it's fairly simple. It's just, as said, a lot of detail, especially like wheels. Wheels, I think, takes the longest because it's a convex shape and it's reflecting everything outside and also within. So that takes a long time. I get that, but it's not a mystery. It's not like searching for the Yeti or Bigfoot. It just takes time, patience, and lots of practice. Practice, practice, practice. That's like my main thing is practice and patience. Without patience, you know, especially with chrome work, it's real easy to get frustrated and just give up. But if you know, take the right steps, you know, plan your colors out, it is relatively simple. So, with that said, I don't do tutorials. I don't do paid subscriptions. F all that. So if what really helps me, if you found value in this and it helped you out, please hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Share. Until next time.